On tonight's schedule, we have Interview Corner at 9 p.m. And at 10 p.m. we have the church screening from the local church. At 11 p.m. we have Yoga Time with Al. And at midnight, The Eyes Watch. We are currently broadcasting Interview Corner. Enjoy.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Interview Corner. Now, I know it's been a long time since our last episode, about 2 years, and it was about coal and why it sucks, but that wasn't even an interview. So, today we're bringing back the interview style that we once had to reinstate our space on the broadcasting station since our channel was temporarily replaced with a cooking channel. Okay. So, what is your name? Are you cold?
Stop.
I hate this hat. It's making me see things. So apparently you read a memoir?
Okay,
Or
so
some type of nonfiction?
okay, so I
Tell me
basically
more about that. What did you learn? What kind of knowledge did you get?
Okay, so I read some pretty deep and interesting books.
Interesting? Yeah.
Okay, so I read a pretty deep and really
Compelling.
like down to earth type novel.
Nice.
Okay, so I read a pretty depressing but interesting and informing book. It's a memoir. It's about this girl in a mental hospital, but it really taught me how to focus on the bigger picture and really make me think about what I'm reading. And honestly, it gave me a pretty good image of what a mental hospital looks like, because I could imagine it in my head, and it just the experiences that the other people in the book talked about really just, it shows me how like some people can have these really like messed up backstories but can still be moving forward and stay strong, and that was really powerful. And I think it really opened like a new path of knowledge for me about people in the world and stuff, and it really made me think and see how people are in a different way, I guess.
So what did you learn from writing about that memoir?
Okay, so
What kind of stuff did you learn? Anything cool, per se?
okay, yeah, so I had to write about the book I read about the mental hospital and the girl in it. I had to write about it on a research paper, and it really made me think about the important parts I had to include in
Dude, shut up. Oh my god.
like,
Dude, I don't
okay,
wanna hear it.
so listen, I'm tired. You see my eyes? It really made me think about
see 'em?
how
Shut up.
to set up my paper. I spent a lot of time trying to like figure out how to start it, but once I got the ball rolling, like it was like it couldn't stop rolling from there. Like I was just like typing away. Like it really, like in a way, it made me think differently about how to start a paper, especially one like that. And I think that definitely helped me. Will definitely help me in future papers, as well as the some of the comments I got from my teacher. Um, it was very nice. I got a lot of insightful comments about grammar and such, and especially continuity. Continuity was something I kind of struggled with in some parts of my paper. Like words kind of weren't matching up. Like it would sometimes switch between past tense and present tense, or like just different types of words were kind of being mixed together when they shouldn't be. And that's really a weakness I have in papers, and especially a limited vocabulary sometimes. So it was nice to practice how to open up more to my vocabulary, and that was pretty insightful and really a truly a learning experience for me. So how was the research for that writing? Was it intense? So when it came to research and documenting all the stuff that I was finding out about the topic I chose, it really put things into perspective, like the statistics and stuff I was looking at about mental health, and especially like how much social media was impacting mental health. My topic was based around social media and like how it affects mental health. But mainly, the question was like, what has been causing the rise in mental health cases? But social media ended up being one of the big factors that was rising these numbers, and it really made me think about my social media like use, and it really made me think about like how just how much it can impact your life as a whole. And I don't think enough people realize how much it can impact your life and your day-to-day like basis. Just if you're spending too much time on social media, it can really affect your mental health. It can actually physically affect you as well. It can make you feel more exhausted or fatigued or just tired, or it can make you anxious and depressed. It can really mess with you. And I think the research I did really helped me understand that more, and I think it was a really great piece of information to learn. But also it just some of the research, it the numbers are it's just frightening. It's the numbers are getting too high, and I feel like social media needs to become something that's less of a necessity. And I feel like it's becoming more of a necessity to some people, that like they need it in their day-to-day life, and I think that's becoming an issue, and that the research I did because of this book really opened my eyes to that. So apparently you read a few books as well. Tell me about Tuesdays with Maury. Okay, so you had Tuesdays with Maury. What does it say? Any thoughts, reflections, connections you had? Maybe even new feelings. That really also made me think about life and how much pessimism can really like impact the quality of life. I some days, especially now, like recently, some days you just feel like the world is completely like broken apart. But if you always have that mentality, Tuesdays with Maury taught me that if you always have that mentality, you're not really gonna enjoy life for what it is, and you never know how much time you have left on this world. So it's best to just take advantage of the time you have and make the best of it. And I think that was a really great message that was given to me in that book. Lord of the Flies was quite a chaotic piece, but some of the parts in Lord of the Flies really I could see connecting to like current world. How like at first everything seemed like very unionized. Everyone was like getting along,
But as the novel progressed, it seems like it was becoming more and more like today's reality, where people just break apart, and everyone is like starting to hate each other, and it seems like everyone just ends up like going to violence to end problems, which just isn't the answer most of the time. And I feel like Lord of the Flies was just a great depiction of how how the world is starting to become, and it's kind of ironic in a way. But yeah, I think it was a very compelling piece. So you read something just for the heck of it. Any connections there? Maybe thoughts? Maybe some newfound discoveries? Maybe. And reading for
Shut
enjoyment.
up.
Yeah, it was I never really got into any of the books that I tried reading. It was hard to find a book, but I think the most memorable one would definitely be the memoir I had to read. Like it shows how like sometimes like getting help is not always like a enjoyable experience like shown in like the book or the memoir I should say, but it was quite an interesting piece. And some of the parts I could relate to, how like sometimes like you really just don't want to go back to like your daily life or like how life used to be. I can definitely relate to that like with during quarantine. Like I enjoyed being at home and having all this time to myself, and
Come on!
yeah, like it kind of was a struggle going back to my daily life outside of like my home, especially when we go back to in-person learning at school. It was kind of hard because I was so used to living at home, and yeah, it definitely reminded me of the memoir.
How do you think your overall writing has changed throughout the semester?
Yeah, as for my writing throughout the semester, I definitely say that.
Alright, back to you, Dylan. You're on the air.
What's going on? What?
Well, honestly, it could have been better. It wasn't the best. It sucked. It was pretty bad. It was awful. It sucked. It was awful. It was crap. Ah!
Okay, anyways, yeah, my writing's definitely improved. I've learned a lot of ways to like grammar-wise, I've definitely had like some issues, like overusing commas as well as overusing like certain words. Vocabulary is definitely an issue that I think I've improved on throughout the semester. As well as MLA format. I've been taught how to do MLA format, but not I guess all the way. For Works Cited, sometimes my teachers would just let me post like a link at the end of like a presentation or something, and so it was kind of hard getting back into the Works Cited part of MLA format, but it helped me get back into the swing of things, definitely. And especially like learning like all these different types of like writing styles, like especially sentence structure, like compound sentences and stuff. That it really like opened my eyes to ways how to write, and I think it will definitely help me with my future like papers and just writing in general. I think it will definitely help me.
Okay, guys, it seems like that's all we have. So, see you later. I don't know who this person is still, so we're gonna have to figure out who that person is. We don't know how this student got here. They walked onto the set and they were just there. So, yeah, what a great way to start back the show. But, things get tough sometimes on the air. We'll
see you in a couple of years. See ya.